Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you may be around this globe. You know, it certainly is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning to wake up and get those things done that you have been intending to do for such a long time. You know, it's the mid portion of the week. And it's a fantastic time to, get up and, start putting those things into action. Because, whether it's writing that book or creating that product or that service or, even starting a business, whatever it is, whatever you have intended to do, today is a perfect day to get those things started. And today we have a great show for you today when we're talking about your prosperity requires unity. And I know you want to chime in on that and say, well, Gertrude, what are you talking about? Talking about my prosperity requires unity. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about today because that's something that will cause you to be unified within yourself. And I have talked about that, I think, on maybe last week, at the beginning of the week, talking about how people, there is this unity within themselves. And sometimes that causes them to be scattered. It causes them, to delay things, put off things, procrastination. And, it's a lot of things that go in that word procrastination. A lot of times you hear people say, well, they're a great procrastinator. They keep putting things off. And, sometimes we may even think of ourselves that way, that we are procrastinators. Look, I'm going to tell you, I used to be a great procrastinator. I used to just push things off, to the last possible moment, when I was in a crunch and I had to get it done. And that wasn't a good way to live, always living in that aspect of waiting to the last minute. And sometimes those things didn't fare out so good for me because I waited to the last minute. And sometimes, y'all, you could lose out on opportunities. You could lose out on different things because you continue to procrastinate. You continue to push things off. But, this is another reason why people procrastinate. There's many different things that fall under that word procrastination because, sometimes they not unified in their thoughts because their thoughts are they're thinking one thing, they're saying something else, and they're doing something that's completely opposite from those two. So there's no unity within themselves. So today, when I'm talking about your prosperity requires unity, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. How you could get it together, how you could get it done, how you could be intentional about doing what you intend to do and get it done. Okay, not just thinking about it, but actually doing it. Not just starting it, but actually finishing it. That's very, very important for you to finish what you start, finish what you start. Because a lot of times people push things off. Okay, they started, but they get past that. Okay, intending it to get it done, and they started, but then they never finish it. So this is your winning season. And when we're talking about your winning season, we want you to be not only a starter, but a finisher. Because that is so very important, y'all, for you to finish those things that you get started. So, yesterday I talked about your thoughts. Your thoughts, okay? Your thoughts are your responsibility. And no more can you go blaming somebody else or something else for, your dilemma. Why things didn't go a certain way. You have to bring those things, to the table, to the forefront, and say, what could I have done to eliminate this situation? Or what could I have done better? Or what could I have done in order to get on track? with my dream, with my vision, with my goals, with my way of living? What could I have done? So it's the thoughts. I want you to create a winning strategy. And that comes from your thoughts. Okay? You have to see yourself that way. You have to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. So today I'm going to talk about your prosperity requires unity. But before I get into that, let's get into the affirmation today. And I want you to repeat after me. I am successful. I follow through with my dreams and goals. I am successful. I follow through with my dreams and goals. And you have to do this, okay? You have to follow through in order to be successful. But when there's a breakdown, when there's something that's going on that's hindering you, you have to remember your thoughts. Your thoughts play a big portion, okay? It's a big portion of you're not starting that project, you're not working on that project, or you're not finishing that project. It plays a big part in your journey. And like I said, this is your winning season, and you have to believe that. So when you get up in the morning, did y'all remember to get up this morning and to frame your day? Frame your day. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you get up in the morning. Before you get in the presence of others, first of all, you get in the presence of God and you empty yourself out before Him. And you allow Him to fill you for that day. And then you go to that mirror and you look yourself dead in the eyes, okay? In the eyes. Look at yourself in the eyes. It's very, very important. And you begin to affirm yourself. You begin to speak to yourself. Talk to yourself. Allow yourself to hear what's coming out of your mouth. Okay? Frame your day. How you expect your day to go. It is not saying that other things won't come to try to invade that. But you get up in the morning. You set the tone of your day. Okay? Sometimes, y'all, I'm going to tell you, sometimes the body don't want to get up. So you get up and you set the tone for your body. Say, body, get up. I'm going to write my book. I'm going to start writing my book. I'm going to create this product. I'm going to create this service. I'm going to start this business and do something. Do something that will move the needle toward you getting started or continuing on to what you need to do. Okay? Continue on because it's so very important. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, and I teach you how to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. And that's what I do best, in this journey. And you might say, well, I thought you were a book coach. I am a book coach. I am a book coach. But I'm telling you, I'm walking you down this journey, okay? I always tell you that your book is a gateway. But there's so much more than that book. Okay, because your book opens up a whole different plethora of opportunities for you. But you have to start moving, not only forward, but also upward. You have to start moving because opportunities are passing you each and every day. And, I take it to the groundwork. Okay, the groundwork in your mind, because it's the way that you think about yourself. It's the way that you see yourself. It's the way that you talk to yourself that's either going to cause you to win or lose. Okay, so the responsibility, your thinking, is your responsibility. And if you don't like the way things are happening or the results that you're receiving, just change the way you think. And in order to do that, you just can't, stop it. Thinking those negative things or those things self-defeating. You have to replace those things, those negative things, with something positive. So this is giving you the insight. This is giving you the motivation. This is giving you the inspiration to do just that. Okay? Your prosperity requires unity. Your prosperity. You have to water the seeds in your garden. Okay? By watering those seeds. I'm talking about those things, those treasures, those gems that you have in your heart. Because you don't want to choke those things out with negative things that's coming out of your mouth that's going to cause, your vision to die. Cause all those ideas, all those things that are those gems that's on the inside of you. You don't want to choke them to death with all of those, negative thoughts or self-limiting beliefs and different things of that nature. So create order, okay? Create order. Create order within yourself, because that's where it all starts. It starts with the thoughts in your mind, and then the words that are coming out of your mouth, and then the actions that's related to what's been coming out of your mouth and what you have been thinking. Remember, as a man thinketh, so he is. If you think yourself a certain way, if you think that your book won't sell, if you think that your products or your services are not good enough, guess what? You'll receive those results. But a lot of times people, they expect them to crush it, as they say, but really deep down inside, they don't even see themselves or think of themselves as winning. They don't even think of themselves as more than enough. And I want to tell you today, you are enough. You are more than enough. Everything that you need is already inside of you. Everything. You don't have to reach for something on the outside of you to bring it in. You have what you need on the inside of you. But you just have to line up. You have to line up, first of all, with your thoughts. Second of all, with your words. And third of all, with your actions. So success is your responsibility. So getting into what I'm going to talk about today, and like I said, your prosperity requires unity. So remove division from your life. And that's division, okay? When you're thinking one way, speaking something else, and acting another way, that is total division. So let's move into the first talking point. The first talking point is say it. Okay? Say it. Words should always remain in your mouth. And not just any words, y'all. Not just any words. Those positive words. Those words that's going to water the garden in your heart. Remember, the garden that's carrying your treasures, your gems, those things. You have to say it. Speak those words that will cause your vision to grow. Not that's going to choke the life out of your vision. Okay? Not that's going to choke nothing that's going to choke the life, but will cause it to grow. That will provide nutrients. That's why it's so good to get up in the morning and frame your day. Okay? And do this each and every day, just like you get up in the morning. You get up in the morning, okay? You brush your teeth. You wash your face. You use the restroom. Isn't that what you do in the morning? Okay? So make this a part of your morning routine. And not only, just in the morning when I'm saying speak it out, all throughout the day. Recognize, what's coming into your mind. And yesterday I talked about that, the mind extensively, okay, about your thoughts. But say those things that's going to water your garden. Let me go to the comment section. Good morning, Lucky. How you doing today? It's great seeing you. You know, water your garden by using the correct words. Let those words always be in your mouth. Speak your vision. Okay? Speak your vision. Always, be excited about your vision. Always, find an opportunity to talk about your vision because, this is your baby. This is something that, is a part of you. And not only speak your vision, but speak to your vision. Speak to your vision. Tell your vision what you expect it to do. You have to give your vision a direction. So you speak to it. Okay? You speak to it. You have written it down. You may even have it on a computer screen or, on your phone. Speak to it each and every day. Let it be audible. Give your vision direction. It doesn't matter what people say. Think it's you. Okay, it's your winning season. Okay, it's your winning season, and you want to win. You want to win, and keep speaking what needs to be done. You've written it down. Okay, now you're looking at it. Well, this needs to be done. Speak it out. As you're writing things, you're doing your plans, you're doing your strategies, and keep speaking to it. Okay, those words should constantly be in your mouth each and every day, all day long. Get excited about it. Like I said, speak your to the direction. Okay, speak your direction. Speak to the direction. You speak about it, and then you speak to it. Okay, this is the direction I want you to go into. You just use those words because this is your vision. This is your purpose. This is your dream. So you have to do these things in order to line up. Remember, I'm talking about unity today. I'm talking about getting things unified. I'm talking about having everything in unity where you don't have one part going this way and another part going that way and another part just don't know which way to go. Okay? Bringing everything into an alignment. Because when everything's into an alignment, now it's in position to receive what it needs to receive. And this is where opportunities come forth. Things that you might not even have thought about before. They're going to be right there. Full focus for you to see them. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you, get in position. These are simple things that you could do in order to get in position so your opportunities and different things will begin to flow in your life. Instead of those things being choppy, instead of those things you're missing it, hitting and missing. You heard that term, hitting and missing, okay? Sometime I hit it, sometime I'm missing it, okay? Let's allow things to flow in our lives. Let's do what we can to achieve those goals in our lives, starting with our words, starting with our thoughts, starting with our actions. Now, here's another talking point where I'm talking about your prosperity requires unity. The next one is visualization, okay? Visualization. Give your vision life, okay? And nothing's more important than speaking to it, to give it life. Instead of it just being something that you've written on paper, bring it alive, okay? See it. Picture yourself inside of that vision. Picture yourself. Not until you picture yourself inside is it actually, a living thing. And it gives you clarity. When you're able to picture yourself inside of your vision, it's giving you clarity. It's allowing you to see further. It's allowing you to see those minute details. It's allowing you to see, much more than you anticipated. And as you're seeing these things, you're also jotting them down, because you're jotting them down because you don't want to forget them. And that's very important. You don't want to forget those things. So jot them down, just what you see. But picture yourself. Instead of, daydreaming, replace daydreaming about nothing with something that means something to you. And that's visualizing your vision. Visualizing your vision. Let's stop having those empty times. I'm going to ask you this question. How much empty time do we have each and every day where we just sitting there allowing our minds just to, run rampant, thinking about nothing or thinking foolish thoughts? And I know this is a part of discipline, but I'm talking about, we're in it to win it. This is our winning season. This is our winning year. And this is the 5th month of the year. Okay. And there's so much that, that's out there for you. There's so much greatness out there for you. You can't afford to miss it by allowing those simple things to hinder you. So let's come into a place of discipline where we discipline our minds. When our minds start to run off and start want to think about nothing, let's be accountable for our thoughts. Let's be accountable for those daydreams about nothing. And place it on our vision. Us placing ourselves within that vision in order to bring our vision into a reality. And remember, don't wait. This is something else you do. Just don't wait till you reach that ultimate goal or this big milestone that you have set. Every time, you accomplish something, celebrate. Celebrate it, y'all. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just make it exquisite. But celebrate those little small things, because those small things lead to the big things. And it's so much that happens to you on the inside. It inspires you. It energizes you. It helps you. It helps ground you. It helps to stabilize you. It helps you to believe in yourself more. Okay? It gives you strength. It gives you endurance. So don't forget those things as you're visualizing your dreams. Rearrange. You can even rearrange parts of your vision to get. Well, let me put it this way: visualizing part of your dream, your vision, in order to allow it to flow better. And when I'm talking about and allow it to flow better, getting a clearer picture of it. So there may be some things in your vision that you have to rearrange in order for it to flow better. So be it. Do it. Whatever you're visualizing, you're visualizing your dream, your vision, okay? You're visualizing it. And you see, maybe this is going to cause a hiccup over here. But if you could do it another way, or you could, do something else and eliminate that, do it. So it will flow. That's a part of, the process. You remember I always said, you got to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. Like I said, every live stream I have, every conference I have, whether it's a in-person conference or it's a virtual conference, I always see it before. So I know when things are out of line. I know when there's something that's not quite the way it should be. Okay, I have already seen it. And you have that ability also. You have that ability also because you're the visionary. Somebody else may not see it, but you'll be able to see it. And this is all talking about paying attention to your design pathway. And the more you connect with your vision, let me tell you, the more clearer it will become. The more clearer it will become. Trust me. That's for everybody, okay? That's for everybody. And when I'm talking about your prosperity requires unity, here's another one. This is a great one here. You must be consistent. You must be consistent. When you wake up, what needs to be done today? Don't worry about yesterday, what you didn't do. Don't beat yourself up over the head, but be consistent. Another thing when I'm talking about that, being consistent, and you set your goals, your plans, your strategies, and you have your to-do list. Don't, put things on the to-do list that that's not realistic, that you can't get those things done in that day. Okay? Set proper goals for yourself. Set proper goals for yourself. Because remember, we all are humans. And we have busy lives. We all live in busy lives. And there's a lot of things that happen in a day. There may be some things that come to invade our day. So don't overload yourself and be overwhelmed, because that causes what? Frustration. That causes burnout. That causes all these things. And your vision is very important to you. So, be aware of what you can do within a day. It might be 2 or 3 things. Okay? It may be just those few things. But set realistic goals for yourself. What you can accomplish in that day. And say, if you set 3 goals, and you can only get to 2 that day, well, the next day, just begin with the one that you didn't finish the day before. But be consistent. Set a pattern for yourself. Okay? Set a pattern for yourself. When you wake up in the morning, what needs to be done? What needs to be done? What can I do this day to move my vision forward? What can I do? Then in the midday, this is what you do in the midday, okay? Because just like if you work the job, entrepreneurs, there's some of you out there that's just working. Think about when you work the job, okay? You got breaks, 1 or 2 breaks, because some people didn't get 1 break. Didn't get 2 breaks. They got 1. And they got a lunch break, whether it was 30 minutes or an hour. Set yourself up that way in your business. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't burn yourself out by setting unrealistic goals. Remember, this is a journey. You're not in competition with no one. You're running your own race on your own time clock. You will get there. You will get there. But it's not worth, burning yourself out or wearing yourself out. Just be consistent in what you're doing. During this time, okay, evaluate what you have started doing that day, okay? Evaluate and see if things are on course. And that's where you make adjustments. But just be consistent. Set guidelines for yourself. Be consistent. Evaluate. If something's out of order or something's not flowing the way it should be, just fix it. You're able to do that. Just fix it. And at night, okay, after you have fixed it, or if it didn't need fixing or whatever, ask yourself, did I accomplish my goals for that day? Always do that at the end of the day to see if you accomplish your goals. And if you did not accomplish what you intend to do that day, just make that decision. what you need to do better, how you need to improve. But your prosperity requires unity. Be unified within yourself. By not having those gaps there, not having those lags there, making sure everything flows. Making sure everything flows. And I know there's a lot that's, that's inside of this. There's so much more. But unfortunately, like I said, I don't have time for all of these points. And I could go into detail even with the points under the points. But consistency matters. Consistency matters. For you. For you. Because you have to have peace in your mind. Because when you're not consistent, how do you feel? How do you feel about yourself when you know that you're not consistent? When you know that you didn't do the best that you could do? When you know that you're saying those wrong things, or you know that you're saying those thinking those wrong thoughts? How do you feel? Okay. So let's improve those areas where we may be slacking. Okay. Here's another one. Do it. Do what you have written down. Okay. Unity is required. Do what you have written down. You've written it down. Now get it done. Okay. Get it done. It's a mind thing. Those things in the mind, those thoughts in the mind hinder people so much. They hinder people so much because they place guilt on people, saying, well, your subconscious mind will bring it to you. You say you're going to do this, and here you go again. Okay? Here you go again. You're not saying, you're not being true to yourself. You're not being true to your word. So whatever you write down, make sure that you do it. And if you, like I said, if you can't get it done that day, okay, because time has run out, well, just start that. What you didn't get done the day before, start, doing that the next day. But just do whatever you have written down. Even if you can't complete it all, if you started and you can't complete it all, as long as you're working on it, as long as you're moving the needle forward on your journey, it's very, very important to just, get it done. And another part I would say when we talk about your prosperity requires unity, take it to the lab, those things that you have written down. Okay? This is your laboratory. Okay? Take it to the lab. Remember, I talked about what needs to be done. And if you have to do an evaluation to see if it's working the right way, whether it's that book, you have jotted down that information. You know who your audience is. You know their pain points. You know the message. You know all of those things that need to be done. You have written them down, put bullet points. Take it to the lab. Sort, putting it out there, writing it. Start, or if you're that entrepreneur, start creating that product. Of course, after you've done your audience, see if there's an audience for it, seeing the pain points of that audience and so forth and so on, if there's a market for it. And take it to the lab. And when you're taking it to the lab, you're creating it. Okay? You're looking at it in a different way. There may be different angles that you're using. There may be different methods that you're going to test out. That's what I mean about the lab. Start working on it. Start working on those things that you have written down. So it doesn't make sense to say in your mind, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And either you haven't wrote it down, or you have written it down and you're not doing it. Either one of those is not good. So whatever you have written down, and in your vision, you always write your vision down, number one, okay? Always, always, always. That's something that you never skip over. Because if you skip over that, where are you going? You're just going to be going around in circles. So you have to write your vision down. It's mandatory. It's a must. It's a prerequisite to everything that you do. Whether you're that author, or whether you're that entrepreneur, or whether you're a leader in whatever facet it is, you have to write your vision down. And you just take it to the lab. You just create it. Create it. Work on it. Experiment with it. You have that product and that service. Put it out there. Don't wait to be perfect. That's another thing. People wait to be perfect. Okay? They wait to be perfect. They won't put it out there until it's perfect. But hey, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. It's not saying that, you intend to do things sloppy, because, you always do things with excellence. Okay? You always do things with excellence. You don't purposely just throw something together and let it fly. Okay? You don't do that. But if something has a mistake, it's a misspelled word, or the product, there's something about the product, don't beat yourself up over it. Okay? Don't beat yourself up over it. But because again, no peace in the mind. How many big businesses have placed products out there and there's recalls because something didn't go according to the plan or the design? Or maybe that book editor, they missed those words that were misspelled. You could always go back and correct those things. Remember that. You could always go back and correct those things. You're not perfect. None of us are. There's always, a way to correct those things. So don't beat yourself up over that. But the thing is, just, get your work done. Just, go all of those things that you have written down, commit to do those things that you have written down. It's so, so very important. Don't hold back thinking that you have to be perfect, because you don't. I just want to, give you that, so that could give you peace of mind. So you're not procrastinating, thinking when everything's perfect, the perfect time, the perfect book, the perfect product, the perfect service, then I'll introduce it. Don't do that. Do it to the best of your ability. Create it, write it with excellence. Put it out there. And if there's something wrong, or misspelled words, or a product failed, or a service didn't go as you thought it should go, well, just fix it and put it out there again. But just be consistent and do it. Do what you have written down. And the next and final one is prosperity is your responsibility. You can't blame anyone for you not prospering. Okay? Number one, prosperity is a mindset. Let me put that in there right now. Prosperity is a mindset. Either you're going to be prosperous or not. And I think I talked about that on yesterday when I said prosperity is more than money, y'all. Everybody thinks it's all about money. When people say prosperity, it's about money, it's about cars, it's about houses, it's about boats, it's about clothes, it's about all of this stuff. Okay? But prosperity is a mindset. And prosperity is your responsibility. You set the tone in your life, in your business, in your book writing journey of prosperity. It's your responsibility. Prosperity requires unity. Again, okay? It requires unity. The way you see things, the way you speak about it, and the way you think about it. That's your responsibility. Either you're going to win in whatever you're going for, your vision, or you're going to lose. Point blank, period. But it's all on you. It's all on you. Your vision depends 100% on you. Okay? It's success or it's downfall. That's on you. On you. And if you can remember to do those things, what I talked about, the mind, have those right thoughts, have those right words in the mouth, and have those right actions by not causing delays or not doing it, which you're supposed to do, or not being consistent. You have to have unity within yourself to bring it forth. It's not just going to appear, out front if you don't bring it out of yourself and create it. Create that message, okay, to reach your audience. Create that product to reach your clients and customers. Create that service that will enable people who are looking for you to be able to meet their needs and overcome or avoid whatever they may be going through, or not go through it at all. But prosperity, again, is your responsibility. And you need unity within yourself. Begin to get your thoughts in line with your vision. Begin to, speak to your vision and about your vision each and every day. First thing in the morning, get up and, talk to yourself. Get yourself in line where you begin to notice, things about yourself. Speak those positive affirmations. Call those things that are not as though they were. Speak it until you believe it. Speak it until it's a reality. But your prosperity is your responsibility. And you cannot be divided within yourself and expect things to be different. It doesn't work that way. Because your prosperity requires unity. Thinking, speaking, and acting, all unified toward your vision, what you would like to see, what needs to be done. You give your vision direction. You set the tone. Get yourself in order. That's all it's about. Having the proper order in order for things to flow. Allow your vision to flow through you. It's supposed to flow through you, y'all, without any hiccups. I'm going to tell you another thing. There's no shortcuts in this. There's no shortcuts because success requires unity. It requires unity. So you can't think that, you're just going to skate around. You could do one and, forget about the other two, or do two and forget about the other one. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions, they have to line up in order for your vision to flow through you. So I hope that the nuggets that I shared with you today about your prosperity requires unity, talking about saying it, speaking your vision, speaking to it each and every day, visualizing it, seeing yourself inside of your vision. You must be consistent. Do it each and every day. You wake up in the morning, what needs to be done? In the midday, you evaluating your actions of the morning. Okay, doing those evaluations. At night, at the end of the day, you're seeing if you have reached those goals, if you have accomplished what you have written, and you do it. You just do it. Do what needs to be done. Take it to the lab. Okay, take it to the lab and write it, create it, what needs to be done. Just get it done. And then the last and final one is prosperity is your responsibility. You cannot blame anybody else except yourself why your vision is either flowing or at a standstill or has not even begun. There's some people out there, they have a vision, but they haven't even started. And it's sad. But I hope that, what I have shared with you has, jogged something on the inside of you, to ignite a fire in you, to let you see that there's value inside of you. There's work inside of you. There's gems inside of you. And there's a lot of value inside of you that you could take to the world stage. And these are simple things that you can do to receive the prosperity and win this year. Win this year. I want to see you winning because there's so much more for you. There's so much more for you to accomplish. Opportunities are passing you each and every day. And this is your season. And this is your winning season. Okay? So with that being said, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today to be here with me on this segment of Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. But remember this is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.